Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, this topic is, first of all, is going to be different. It will probably be me talking a little bit more about the entire situation right now than anything. On the other side, I had to make a lot of notes, which I never did for a dungeon leveling video because it's just so complex. So we're going to talk about dungeon leveling drama. If you are somewhat living on the moon and you don't have an idea on what's going on or what has been happening, it's crazy. I just have to tell you how it is. It's crazy. So I'm a guy in the middle of all of it. I'm just the observer. I'm trying to find the truth. I can't guarantee you that this is the truth because I don't know myself. It gets more interesting by the second. So, Kemuro, the old owner, if you have been on the moon, and you have no idea what has happened in the last few days and weeks, what Kemuro did was he wanted to sell it. Then he sold it, and he talked to everybody that he got scammed and they are hackers and stuff like that. Well, actually, he started off with that. And then I figured out some inconsistencies in his story, and I said to him, dude, I think there's something off. I don't think that you got hacked. And then he was like, yeah, I'm sorry. And he apologized to the community. He said, yeah, he sold it. And then this new group of people came in, which are the people in there right now. I'm gonna call them Team Rocket. I'm not trying to portray them as the bad people, but I just think it's just funky. The whole situation is funky. I'm gonna explain to you in a second, okay? So just see it with a little bit of a grain of salt, just a little bit of it's meant to be funny. It's not meant to be mean or anything, because out of every single one of them and the entirety of dungeon leveling on its own, they actually treated me the best. It's kind of crazy. So. But they do also kind of carry on the taint, the shadow that Kemuro left the game with, so they have to kind of like work with that right now. But I'm going to talk about what Kemuro has been saying. I'm going to read from the source, from all of the screenshots that he's been posting and sending around, and how the owners, the new owners, I'm going to call them Team Rocket, how they answered it. And out of all of it, there's also a little bit of inconsistency, but I actually believe the new owners a little bit more. They showed me a lot of stuff, which they don't have to do. They showed me a lot of stuff. They actually invited me into a group where they were part of with Kemuro. Don't know how authentic all of that stuff is, but I'll let you choose in the end. Also, just keep making sure. I know this is a long intro. This is a 2-minute and 30-minute intro, because there's just so much stuff that I need to cover. I am trying to uncover things. Oh, damn. But I'm also not trying to lose trust with anybody. So I will not be able to show you all of the screenshots and everything and that I've done and that I've been receiving. Even though most of the stuff they said you can show it to everybody, I am not going to, because you have to either trust me or you don't. That's totally up to you. So I have to drink some. I don't know. I have like some sort of allergic fever reaction this morning. My eyes are teary and everything. You can see like the red and stuff. I look like a turtle. I don't know. It's weird. Anyways. Okay. So I'm going to go forward and tell you about the screenshots that I received. These are ones that Kemuro is trying to use to destabilize. Now, here's an issue that I have with Kemuro. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to tell you how I think it is, okay? So, if somebody that I trust, right, lies to me, then I don't trust them anymore. Simple, straight rule. So, Kemuro, whatever he's posting right now, I always will question it. He lied to the community more than once, and that's why I don't trust him. I don't trust Kemuro. I don't. Do I trust the new team? Not really, but I trust them a bit more than Kemuro. So, the stuff started yesterday when Kemuro was posting a screenshot. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but I'm going to try to show you. Wait 1 second. Discord. Yeah, let's just use that for now. It started off with that. And that screenshot says here, he is trying to sell the game as soon as possible. Now, the first inconsistency is, and I'm also going to tell you which that account was. You can see, I don't know if you can see up here, this account here. I know who it is. Like, not really know who it is, but I can, I was kind of like, they told me who that is and stuff like that. There's no actual timestamp on it. And you can see here, this could be an old message. I mean, yeah, I know that sometimes it tells like a different date, but it could be still an old image from back in the day that he took it at 1632. So there's no actual timestamp on that we can say that this is authentic. I mean, this happened, yes, but that was a while ago. That was a long time ago. That's not actually the actual image of or as of now. So this is an old screenshot. It was kind of debunked by the new team, and I am going to show you parts and bits in here over there. So this one is not 100% authentic. Then it was talked about this account. This one was the account that we were talking about. This KHU blah blah blah. In that group, that player is called Let the Party Start, and that image went over to here because this guy down here is also the same guy as the one that was posting. It's the Let the Party Start guy. Some people actually thought that this is Kemuro, and people were saying that that the new developers don't have full access to the game. Now I can confirm that they do. They showed me the image of owning the Kemuro holder account, which is, by the way, this one up here, right? They showed me that they have access. They can change the thumbnails and stuff like that. Now, this is also not 100% authentic because I haven't seen them log in and I haven't seen them move around in the account. Could be also an older screenshot that they showed me. I can't show you this right now, but well, actually, maybe I can. I have to go out and see real quickly if I can find the group chat. So what's been going on is that I have a group chat with these guys, with every single one of them, with Alexander, with Dabble, with Arthaz, with DV. These are the new owners. Carson is DV and Alexander, which was the PTSD account, right? Okay, so this is the image that they showed me. I hope that I'm not showing anything that's too weird, but they showed me and they said, yes, they do have access to the account, and the Kemuro holder account is the account that is actually the owner, the admin of the program. So they did show me this, and it kind of is as authentic as the other screenshots, because screenshots are always fakeable, so I can't necessarily tell you. So, yeah. That was the stuff that was said by Kemuro. He's really trying to destabilize this. He also says that he has a way, and he knows a way on how to spawn infinite amount of gold. And I think if he really wanted to take down, like if this was true, if he actually had the chance of making an infinite amount of gold, he could have already destabilized the entire market. Why didn't it happen? Why is he showing around all of these screenshots and trying to make a really bad image over the new owners if he has the potential to actually tilt the entire game? Why hasn't he done it? So I don't think that he can spawn an infinite amount of gold. Now, I've seen screenshots where he talked about that he wants to get into exploiting, and the guy he talked about was, I think it was another exploiter or something, was sending it to me, and I've seen it, well, not to me directly, but to the group, and it looks weird. It says that he wants to make exploits now for the game. He seems to be really hurt about this entire situation, Kemuro. So it's just a whole big weird thing. So there was another message that Kemuro posted. It was like a big text message, which I can't necessarily find right now. But with all of that information that I showed you, right? I went into the group and I said, guys, we have to talk to the new owners. We have to talk because this is not looking good so far for you. You have to give me something here so I can make this thing straight. One of them, and that is really important, one of them is to be authentic, to show me that you have actually the right and the ownership of the game. Can you actually, are you stalling, or can you actually make an update? So I talked to Dabble. Dabble is the latest join basically to the party. He has had info over, like he's been doing this for over 10 years. So he really knows what he's doing. So what he did was, he sent me a screenshot of the, obviously I'm not going to show this one because that is highly confidential work right now. He showed me a screenshot of the next future update. And I said, okay, I can work with this, you know. I can work with this, so when is it gonna come? Because that is really important to bring back, at least to, you know, get the community's recognition. And I'm gonna talk about that in a second. To get the community's recognition, you have to do something here so the guys know that you are for real, right? So, wait, I gotta also take a look at the notes. So he sent me a screenshot on what he has been working on and what's going to happen in the next video, in the next update. And I said, when is it gonna be? That was authentic, what he showed me. It was in Roblox Studio, it was tied to the game, and he showed me something he worked on. So it's 100. Look, they might be the biggest mind manipulators in the world, but they got me with this. It looks authentic. It looks really authentic. So yeah, there's so much more stuff going on. I just wanted to quickly talk about the new group, because these guys are not your normal developers. They're not your normal people that own a game. They're not your normal devs. They're not your normal people. I talked to them, and they have been extremely open about a lot of things, showing me a lot of screenshots that could technically get them in trouble. Just to prove, like, why would they do this? To prove that they're authentic or not. If they would wanted to sell it, they could probably already sold it. They couldn't really just sell it right now, right? Because that was the biggest claim of Kemuro. What he said was, oh, you believe those idiots, they're trying to sell it again, blah, blah, blah. But if they would wanted to sell it, why would they go through this entirety of, our group is big. Like, we've been talking here a lot. They have, nobody has ever treated me this way when it comes to dungeon leveling. They seem to really appreciate the stuff that I do. I mean, obviously you could also see on the other factor, yeah, they're trying to buy you in, they're trying to sugarcoat it and stuff like that, but I've been putting them on the hot seat ever since I've been in that group chat. You guys know me. The people that watch my videos know me, and they know that I put people on a hot seat, and I keep asking questions. I never stop asking questions, and they always answered. Always. They haven't, taken any question of mine and put it under the rug. None of them. Literally none of them. It doesn't matter what questions I have asked. They always gave me an answer. They always been open about sharing screenshots that could technically, I'm going to talk about that in a second as well, get them into trouble. Because these guys, they're different. I mean, I got to tell you how it is, okay? So I'm not going to spill all of the beans because I don't want to lose trust with anyone. But the thing with those guys is they're not your normal developer. They're not your normal game owner. You have to... I'm going to give you a logical scenario here. I'm not saying that they are the Roblox mafia. I'm not saying that. But there's a scenario that I wanted you to picture. Have that in your head, right? So what did the mafia do back in the day? And still, now, well, maybe not today much anymore, but back in the day, when the mafia was really big, 60s, 70s, 80s, and stuff like that, right? So usually mafia people attacks mafia people. They rarely go for civilians. Why is that? Because if they go for civilians... their entire business is crumbling down. So they left civilians out of it. Always. That was a man-made rule. I'm going to compare it with this situation here right now. These people do business. And they do want to make money. I would understand, because nobody would do this kind of drama for free, right? What is bad for business, guys? Not delivering the product. So if they are not going to update, and if it's not going to be good, if it's going to be bad... then I'm going to tell you one thing, that's bad for business. So this is why I believe, and I still really honestly believe, that they are there to make the community happy, because a happy community equals money, right? Wouldn't you be happy? Wouldn't you be happy to spend Robux for any, let's say rubies or whatever? It's already implemented in the game anyways, or nice cosmetics and stuff like that. If you really enjoy the game, if they do some nice QOL updates and stuff, I would say so. Because it's bad for business not to care about the community. It's bad for business not to drop updates, to just let the guys simmer and die down. It's bad for business. That's why I trust them. Not because they're so nice and kind and friendly to me and everybody else and they're trying to make it right. No, because I know with the screenshots that they provided that they are a different type of group. This is the most interesting group I have seen ever since I have made videos on Roblox. Number one. So, is it all white collar, straightforward? No, it's not. But I think they are existing in a gray area sort of things where the business that they do is important. And it's not only this game that they take care of. There's other games that they work on themselves. Do I think they are 100% honest with me? No, I don't. Do I believe them more than Kemuro? 100%. 100%. I might be wrong, guys. I'm just the peasant, ladies and gentlemen. I am like everyone else, observing. I just got to be in a very specific situation, in a specific position, which I usually, I like to involve myself into that because I always do some sort of drama videos and stuff like that. I don't know, I thrive for this stuff. I just think it's fun. But overall, there's so much more to the entire story than we all know and probably ever will, right? There is more to it. I already told them, if they are the scammers that, Kemuro is trying to make them to, I don't care, at least they make a good update. There's one thing interesting that, some of the staff team said, and they said we are loyal to the game, not to who owns it, at least not currently, because the situation is bad, and we all know it's bad, and I've seen them saying it's bad. It's a big situation that they have to get themselves out of, and I said, if you drop a good update, and you do some QOL changes, and people are enjoying what you're doing, and I've seen parts of the new update, so there is actually something, then I think they will restore faith to the community. Because let's just all agree on one thing. Kemuro has always been weird. I mean, at least he was to me. I'm pretty sure that he has some loyal followers and stuff like that, because every developer has this, but he hasn't been nice to me, so I don't know about you guys and everybody else. I do believe, the new group is like Kanye West. I want to like them, but it's so difficult sometimes because of all of the drama. Kemuro keeps trying to frame them with a lot of things like, oh, you're so stupid, you believe their shtick and what they do and stuff like that. Maybe they are that, what Kemuro says, but if they are dropping updates and if they are regularly updating and doing events for the community, then they are already 2,000 times better than Kemuro. Because he never did. I mean, he did update, I do have to give him that, but he was a very stoic and very weird guy. I mean, at least to me it was. I can only tell you from my perspective. Okay, so, gotta take a look into the notes. We have the allegations. I think they're not true. I gotta be honest, I don't think the Kemuro stuff is true. That's my honest opinion. You can believe it or not, that's up to you. But that's just me. Yeah, the background story of the new owners, they are also not 100% straightforward, like we all wish they would be. They are different, but also we'll see. That's why I call them the Team Rocket. They're different. They're not the evil people. I don't think yet, at least. I don't know, but yeah. It's just, that's all of the info I have. They gave me a lot of screenshots, a lot of stuff. I just don't want to show all of this stuff. I don't want to lose the trust in on that. So you have to believe or not. Just trust in what I say or not. Don't. That's up to you. Yeah, they have been open from the beginning. Like literally, it doesn't matter what I asked them for. He even sent me, we were talking about the performance of dungeon leveling. And he even sent me like inside info on that as well. Just like analytics, tuck, copy, paste. So this is all an interesting riddle. It's a puzzle that keeps hitting new levels of high. Sorry for the 19-minute video, long video. I'm going to cut it down a little bit, but I mean, it's just so damn interesting, and I can't get my head around it. Like, I don't know, I can't explain to you. I talked to DV yesterday, which is one of the owners as well, right? He's the Discord manager, the admin. And we talked for a long time, like 1.5 hours or something, or an hour or something yesterday. I mean, we were writing back and forth and stuff like that. It is just a crazy, crazy situation. But again, so let's keep it as that. Let them make an update. Let's see how it is. And then we'll judge them on that. Okay? And I think Dabble is more than capable. It's always difficult for another developer to come in to untangle the stuff that the previous developer did. I bet it's really difficult to do so. But he's been in the community for over 10 years. Scripting, Lua, for over 10 years. So I hope that he is the one that will save the game. How much percent do I believe Kemuro? 30%. How much do I believe the new group? 70%. They might be master manipulators and they got me. Then 100%. Then I'll make a video and say, God damn. They got me. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out along the way. That's all I got for you. This is a longer video. This is probably the longest dungeon leveling video I've ever made. It's just because I am as discombobulated as you. I'm as much a passionate player as you guys are. I know exactly how you guys feel. We don't want the game to die down, and it does at one point. We have to kind of get the community back again. We have about 800 players right now, which is bad. We need the game to at least have 2 to 3K And with a new update, with more work put into this, I mean, the dungeon leveling Discord server has almost 30,000 people. If we can just wake like 3,000 of those, that would be sick. Anyways, that's all I got for you. That's all of the information that I have. Yeah, I'm sorry that I don't show more screenshots and stuff, so it's not that believable for you guys, but I just don't want to, at least not yet, I just don't want to, like, you know, destroy the reputation that I have within the group. It's not because I just sit here and go, I'm just gonna keep all of the info for me and I don't care, blah, blah, blah. It's just that, like, you know, I also have a certain codex that I follow, which is if somebody trusts me with something, even though it's authentic or not, I will work on it, and I'm not like just releasing all of it. I'm not that type of guy. So anyways, that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Peace.